Hello friend, Zachary Stockill here from retroactivejealousy.com. Today I'm answering a reader email from Valerie. Valerie writes, "Hey Zachary, thank you so much for helping me through your videos." You're very welcome, Valerie. The only reason I haven't bought your online course is because my partner's ex is still in his life. So right there, my online course is absolutely still valid or still useful or still, helpful if your partner's ex is still in his life. So if you're interested in joining the course, that's by no means a barrier to entry. It'll be just as helpful for you as long as you, take the coursework seriously, as long as you put in the work. Anyway, tangent aside, Valerie continues, "I'm kind of confused because some of my obsessive thoughts are about their past together and me getting jealous over everything they've done sexually and stuff. But more than that, I get jealous because they work in the same place, so they have to spend time together. Also, they ended on good terms. They are both very mature people. Can you make a video on how to overcome retroactive jealousy if your partner's ex is still in the picture for some reason?" So thank you for your email, Valerie. I read your email and I was considering this, and the main message I guess I can get across is basically everything I'm talking about on this YouTube channel, on my blog, retroactivejealousy.com, in my guidebook, Overcoming Retroactive Jealousy, my online course, Get Over Your Partner's Past Fast, it's all equally valid. It's all equally useful. And while when your partner's ex is still in their life for some reason, it does complicate things to some extent, basically the same practices, principles, exercises, it's all still helpful. It's all still exactly as relevant. Whether or not your partner's ex is still in the picture actually isn't that important when it comes to overcoming retroactive jealousy. So you don't really have to worry about that too much. I often say the cure for retroactive jealousy is pretty much the same for everyone, regardless of the fact that every experience of retroactive jealousy is a little different with differing challenges here and there. But I want to also introduce kind of a nice reframe that I think I've talked about in this channel before, but I feel like I should probably flesh it out a bit more. And your story serves as a good example of this. And the reframe is this. So try to consider that your partner's ex is actually teaching your partner that you are the best choice for them, that you're a better match for your partner, that you're a better fit. They're actually teaching your partner each and every day that you are a better match for them. So one way you can kind of really start to accept this reframe and kind of play with this reframe, and maybe this reframe will feel more true to you. The more committed you are to personal development, the more this reframe will make sense to you, the more you'll really accept it on a deep level, and thus the more your unease and anxiety and discomfort with the fact that maybe your partner has to work with his ex every day, the more that unease will sort of fade away because you're remembering all the time, every time my boyfriend, my husband goes to work, his ex is teaching him that I'm the best match for him. Because if you're committed to personal development, and by the way, when I say that, that can mean different things to different people, but I just mean you're working on yourself every day. You realize that you're a work in progress, you're reading books, you're taking courses, you're exercising, you're learning, you're growing, you're pursuing your passions and interests, you're engaged in life, you're really working on becoming the absolute best version of yourself. That's relatively rare, actually. There's a quote I often think about by Oscar Wilde. Oscar Wilde said, "To live is the rarest thing in the world. Most people exist, that's all." That quote is kind of devastating in some ways, but I think he's kind of onto something there, To really be engaged in life and moving forward and excited about life and working hard on yourself and really kind of trying to make the best possible life for yourself and become the best person you can be, that's relatively rare. Most people you see are kind of just trying to get by. And there's nothing necessarily wrong with that, by the way. I don't begrudge anyone for just trying to get by. I mean, life is tough. But my point is, if you're one of those rare individuals who's really working on themselves, who's taking personal development seriously, who's actively striving to be the absolute best woman you can be, your partner's going to notice that, and they'll be able to compare you to their ex. And chances are very good that your partner's ex, well, first off, his ex is his ex for a reason, so keep that in mind. And secondly, it's very likely that your partner's ex is not on the same level that you are with regard to personal development, with regard to striving forward to be the best woman you can be. And thus, when he goes to work every day and sees that his ex, this other woman, He'll be conscious of the contrast, the real solid differences between you and her. And I'm not saying this in a spirit of competition, like you should be competing with your partner's ex. That's not what I'm saying at all. The only competition you should be engaged in is competing with your former self, trying to be better than you were yesterday, the day before, the week before, etc. I hope you don't hear, there's a cat outside my window who's apparently in heat and he's totally just doesn't care that I'm trying to record videos here. But anyway, take the work seriously and really take the process of self-improvement, personal development seriously. And remember that the more you do that, the more your partner will notice and the more he'll be able to see very, very clearly that you're the best choice for him. So thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, please be sure to click the thumbs up button below. Also be sure to subscribe to my channel, and I'll talk to you again very, very soon.